Welcome all. Today's top breaking news with Gitanjali from Bayan Times. COVID-19 tally breaches 800 mark in Vizag. The surge in COVID-19 cases in Vizag continued as the district breached the 800 mark on Monday. It reported yet another highest single-day spike of 58 infections in the last 24 hours. Active cases stood at 489 after the discharge of 311 patients. 19 were discharged from hospitals on Monday, Andhra Medical College Principal P.V. Sudhakar said in a statement here. Meanwhile, GVMC Commissioner G. Srijan observed that mapping of clusters and containment measures in affected areas should be done immediately. On Monday, 7 new clusters A. Koduru, Kontividhi, Sanjay Gandhi Colony, Kasipuram, Sri Lakshmi Nagar, Spring Road, and Najiv Nagar were added to the list of 74 very active, 54 active, and 46 dormant clusters. As many as 28 clusters have been denotified till now in the district. The fresh infections were reported from Kobari Dhota, Gopalpatnam, and new clusters. With the addition of 3 more quarantine centers, Vizag district has a total 89 such facilities. COVID-19 tally breaches 14,000 in Andhra with 704 fresh cases in 24 hours, 7 more dying. The COVID-19 tally in Andhra Pradesh crossed the 14,000 mark with 704 cases recorded in the state in the last 24 hours. This includes 648 from people of the state, 51 from other states, and 5 foreign returnees. The cumulative COVID-19 cases in Andhra Pradesh now stands at 14,595. The death toll went up to 187, with 7 more people succumbing to the virus. According to the media bulletin released by the State Command Control Room on Tuesday, 18,114 samples were tested in the 24 hours, Monday 9 am to Tuesday 9 am, in which the 704 new cases emerged. The total number of samples tested in the state so far stands at 8,90,190. Chittor district recorded the most number of cases with 107 samples testing positive, and the district tally crossed the 1,000 mark. The number of cases in the district now stand at 1,054, of which 679 are active cases. Anandpur district recorded 104 cases, followed by Krishna 84, Kurnul 82, and Kadapa 75. On the other hand, 258 COVID-19 patients were discharged from various hospitals after their recovery, taking the total number of discharged persons to 6,511. With this, the total number of active cases now stands at 7,897. Of them, 6,161 are being treated at various hospitals across the state, while 1,736 are being treated at COVID care centers. Central team advises Telangana to ramp up COVID-19 testing even as state tally crosses 15,000. Even as the Telangana government keeps deflecting criticism from various quarters regarding low number of COVID-19 tests being conducted in the state, the team of central government officials that visited Hyderabad on Monday advised the state to ramp up its testing capacity. It also advised the state government to develop an action plan for next 2 months in view of the increasing number of cases and suggested improved focus on containment measures and clinical management of cases. While the state government claimed that the central team expressed satisfaction over the measures it has taken till now, sources said that it was not the case. The central team comprised Joint Secretary, Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Love Agrawal, Joint Secretary in the Union Ministry of Defence, Sanjay Jaju, and Central Director Health E. Ravindran. 1,000 ambulances to be launched by Jagan Mohan Reddy in Vijayawada. The stage is set for the launch of 1,088 vehicles for 108 and 104 services by Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy at Bain Circle in Vijayawada on Wednesday. The vehicles will be launched en masse. Krishna Collector A.M.D. Imtiaz on Monday reviewed the arrangements for the ceremony. All the new vehicles will be parked in 4 rows from Bain Circle to Raghavaiah Park and would start moving together when the Chief Minister flags them off. Drivers have already reached Vijayawada from their respective districts. After their launch, they will drive the vehicles to the mandals they are allotted. Route map for the same has been redid with the help of the police department. Out of the 1088 vehicles being inducted into the emergency services, 412, 282 basic life support and 104 advanced life support vehicles and 26 neonatal ambulances are for 108 service. The remaining 676 vehicles are for 104 emergency service, and each mandal in all 13 districts will get one. Apart from oxygen cylinders, the new 108 vehicles are equipped with ventilators, infusion pumps, syringe pumps, comfortable stretchers, and has provisions for delivery. Amid COVID-19 crisis, Andhra Pradesh CM released a second tranche of rupees 512.35 crore to bail out MSMEs. Chief Minister Y.S. Jagannath Reddy released rupees 512.35 crore in the second tranche of industrial incentives to MSMEs as part of rupees 1168 crore restart package that includes rupees 827.5 crore incentives kept pending by the previous TDP government since 2014-15. He announced that next year the industrial incentive of nearly rupees 1000 crore due to spending mills will be cleared, and like that every year the focus will be on one sector to help them recover, stabilize and progress. Addressing representatives of MSMEs across the state through video conference, he said, now they have extended financial help of rupees 1100 crore to MSME sector to bail them out, and likewise they will focus on different sectors in a systematic manner and clear the pending dues while helping them to recover from the economic crisis. Only when the industries believe that the government is trustworthy, investment will come and credibility of the state will improve. We will do everything to make it happen, he assured. The Chief Minister said to the youth after the agricultural sector, the restart package is being implemented. He said 97,428 MSME units, including 72,531 micro, 24,252 small, and 645 medium units provide employment to nearly 10 lakh people. Rupees 450 crore was released at the first tranche in May, and now 512.35 crore released as second tranche will help stabilize the MSME units and help them recover from bad phase they have been going through, he explained. Nalgonda MP Uttam Kumar Reddy pats dynamic KTR, latter calls him good friend. In a rare gesture, Nalgonda MP and TPCC President N. Uttam Kumar Reddy showered praises on MAUD Minister and TRS Working President K.T. Rama Rao at the inauguration of a newly constructed RDO office in Huzurnagar on Monday. The latter did not shy away from returning the compliment. Addressing a gathering on the occasion, Uttam referred to KTR as a dynamic leader. The people of Huzurnagar, including myself, are extremely happy at the arrival of the MAUD Minister K.T. Rama Rao, he said. Speaking about civic activities in the constituency, Uttam said, several development works were taken up in Huzurnagar constituency during my tenure as the MLA. If the progress continues, your TRS government too will get due credit. Telangana High Court order paves way for new secretariat. Paving the way for construction of a new state secretariat complex near Saifabad in the city, a division bench of Telangana High Court on Monday dismissed the batch of PILs filed challenging the state cabinet decision to demolish the existing secretariat buildings and to raise new secretariat complex in its place. The bench refused to interfere in the state government's decision, saying that it does not find any irregularity in the cabinet decision. Pronouncing the judgment, the bench comprising Chief Justice Raghvendra Singh Chauhan and Justice A. Abhishek Reddy dismissed the batch PILs filed separately between 2016 and 2019 by senior Congress leader T. Jeevan Reddy, Advocate T. Rajnikant Reddy, and the Forum for Good Governance and NGO represented by its Secretary M. Padmanabha Reddy, seeking the court to grant stay on shifting the offices of Telangana Secretariat to other buildings and demolition of existing structures and to construct new buildings in its place. Telangana Health Minister Yetala Rajendra defends condition of government hospitals amid COVID-19 crisis, asserting that the Telangana government was sparing no effort in containing COVID-19. Health Minister Yetala Rajendra said that people with vested interest are finding ways to tarnish its image. He went on to blame some of the patients for recording videos inside the government hospitals with poor facilities, though the situation is to the contrary. We are allowing people to take phones into isolation because they are alone and need to be in touch with their families. However, people with vested interest are taking videos and photos to paint a wrong picture. There is no truth to this, said the minister, speaking to the press persons. He said that such videos would show disservice to the health staff. However, previously, health staff themselves had protested, citing issues such as shortage of manpower and facilities to treat COVID 19 patients. On the issue of why ministers and elected representatives were not taking treatment at government hospitals to build confidence in people, the minister said that people were free to choose where they should get their treatment. COVID 19. Man infects 30, including SCCL employees in Telangana's Mancherial. Over 30 people, including workers from Singarani Collieries Company Limited (SCCL), tested positive for COVID 19 in Mancherial on Monday after they came into contact with another COVID patient during a colony meeting last week. Elders from a municipal ward in Belempalli municipality had allegedly organized the meeting to resolve an argument that had cropped up regarding the use of tap water in an area which the COVID 19 affected persons had attended. Around 47 people came into contact with him and 30 tested positive. Meanwhile, workers from SCCL Shanti Khani mine protested on Monday, demanding that the government collect samples of all the workers as 7 cases has been recorded in Belampalli division. Gas leak in a pharma unit in Vishakhapatnam claims 2 lives, 4 others hospitalized. 2 persons died and 4 injured in a gas leak at Senior Life Sciences Pharma City, Parvada in Vishakhapatnam at around midnight. Medzole vapors leaked from one of the reactors of the pharma unit, resulting in the death of 2. Another 4 who fell ill were rushed to the hospital and condition of one of them is reported to be serious. The deceased were identified as Narendra, shift in charge, and M. Gauri Sankar. The 4 persons who are undergoing treatment at RK Hospital are helpers LV Chandrasekhar of Salapuvanipalle and B. Anant Babu of Ankapalle, chemist D. Janki Rani 24 of NAET and M. Surya Narayana 29 of Agampudi. The situation has been brought under control. District Collector Vinay Chand, Commissioner of Police RK Meena visited the chemical unit which has been shut down. District Collector Vinay Chand, Commissioner of Police RK Meena visited the chemical unit. District Collector ordered an inquiry into the incident. Chief Minister Y.S. Jagannath Reddy inquired about the gas leak incident in pharma unit in Parvada. Officials informed him that in all, 6 staff were affected and 2 of them died on the way to the hospital. The situation is brought under control and the unit has been closed, they explained. With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share and subscribe Buy and Times.